All right, guys, welcome back to another Not So Nice show. So I think today we will be touching more on a crisis also that has happened. We talk about the Evergrande crisis, and now I think there is another crisis, which is the energy crisis, and it is also happening in China. So we'll go through what has actually triggered that happen, why it happened, and what are the potential cause and effects. So there will be also industries or segment that will be mentioned, but do not take it as an advice to buy, sell, or hold position in any shares. Still, do your due diligence. We are basically sharing our thoughts and opinions and maybe some sort of an analysis as well. So I'll pass it on to Chun Beng on what has actually happened in terms of the energy crisis.
I think before we go into what actually happened, it's also good for you to understand what is the breakdown of the China power generations. So you can see majority of the China electricity is powered by thermal power, and then followed by hydroelectric power and so on. So thermal power is actually contributing more than 60% to the entire China. And then with this background, right, it actually triggered a few concerns. So I think a few months back, or I think 1 year back, the China and also Australia is having some of the concerns in terms of their relationships. And China has decided to actually ban the imports of coal from Australia. Of course, due to the latest movement of the energy crisis, whether it will be a switch or U-turns, we shall see. But then this is also the key reason why that lead to the energy crisis in China, which is due to the spike of the international coal price, and China is actually suffering on it due to a few factors. The price is expensive. One of the major supplier in the world, they have decided to ban them from getting from them, right? And then of course, before you talk about the coal price, another target that China is trying to achieve is on these carbon neutralities. They have set a few targets so that they can actually limit the emission of the CO2 and so on through a few policies. So you can see they have actually put in the so-called dual control to actually limit down to the province level on how they have the number that's permitted to be able to emit per year. So one of the, the first 5 years of the implementation, they have managed to actually hit the targets in terms of the consumption caps. But then in terms of the energy intensities, they didn't manage to reduce up to 15%. And all these target continue for the next 5 years. So with international coal price is increasing, the supply is actually having some issue. And then internally, they try to hit this carbon neutralities result. All these things is actually contributing to the energy crisis. And of course, the third one that actually come into place is due to the fact that the entire world still suffering from pandemics, including Southeast Asia like Malaysia. Some of the factory need to actually shut down on and off. But China is the one that is quite stable, don't really have the big outbreak of pandemic anymore. They have been receiving a lot of order across the world. So this also contribute to the huge demand of electricity within China. And all these things add together, it has led to technically a power shortage in China mainland, where majority of their province are actually undergoing the limitation of electricity use. So you can imagine in modern world, you still need to be controlled from the way of you using the electricity. But of course, it may not hit down to residential level, but a lot of factory need to be stopped or put on hold due to all these constraints. So due to all these things that coming in terms of the energy crisis, China actually have reacted and also coming out with a few things. So one of the key things that you can see is the crypto bans that try to actually reduce the energy consumption. And then of course, beside crypto ban, which is just a starting, it actually trigger some concern. So right now, some of the factory need to actually go on and off. And one of the things that it actually hit the global in the global skills is regarding the semiconductor chips supply. And it even triggers some of the response from Elon Musk saying he's actually having a very big concern into this because the modern world, the car manufacturing rely a lot on the semiconductor chips. And if China is putting a pause in all these productions, it will actually trigger a big supply chain issue across the world that you might not get your car in time, even though you place your orders and already pay the deposits. So this is one of the huge concerns that they come in place. And then secondly is, of course, China being the biggest manufacturers that support the world. Christmas is coming. And imagine China need to actually stop the production due to electricity supply. Then you can see US or even the world might be short of the product supply, and then they cannot actually enjoy or actually boost the shopping festivals in December. And what actually trigger us to think further is with all this energy crisis, as an investor, you need to take a step back and think how we actually impact the rest besides semiconductor industry. Actually, you can see China is trying very hard to actually turn their entire nation into EV friendly because they wanted to make their air condition, I mean, the air quality condition is actually better. And the electric vehicle is one of the things they try to push hard. So while you try to push hard to actually protect your environment, now you are having issue to even supply electricities. So will this actually cause a crisis in terms of the growth of electric vehicle? This is something that you should really take a step back and try to reconsider in your investment strategies. But one thing for sure is this definitely will trigger a big alarm to China because they cannot continue to rely on thermal as the main source of power generation. And then they will definitely put their effort in to actually take all this dependency away. So will this means that all the renewable energy industry will have a boost due to the huge demand coming from China? This all the things that we should take a step back and try to understand or try to get some hints from all this kind of crisis. But of course, before I officially end this, maybe I will pass to Jupan to actually also hear his view on this crisis, and then we will conclude this video in a short while.
Yeah, I think the funny thing about investing is that crisis or unwanted scenarios will happen time to time, and no one actually anticipated this kind of hiccups and crisis. And the thing about it is that it can actually trigger unwanted chain reactions across, and a shortage in energy in China can actually, impact Christmas for everyone around the world. So I think we should set a step back. Nothing is certain in terms of the near-term prospects. But the good thing about that is if you actually hope or invest with the mindset of achieving a mid to long-term kind of returns, the short-term hiccups, short-term crisis can actually present itself as a buying opportunity if the company is not going to get severely impacted by such kind of crisis. But I think that's about it from us today. If you like the brief and also share the brief sharing that we had on the energy crisis, how it would impact certain business and companies, how it can gyrate the stock market prices, do let us know in the comment section if you agree as well. Or if you don't, do also let us know why that you think that it would be just contained within China. If you like our videos, do give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends and family, subscribe to the channel as it will help us grow and make so-called give us the initiatives to actually make better videos as well. See you in the next episode, and of course, take care, and I hope you invest safely in your near-term for near-term obstacles and also volatile markets. See you. Bye-bye.